Oh, it's the Libby O Show. Turn it up, y'all, here we go. Oh, it's the Libby O Show. Hoo-hoo. What's up, y'all? I'm Abby Anderson, and you're watching the Libby O Show.
How did she do it? Do it.
Libby. Libby. Libby.
3, 2,
Libby.
1.
It's the Libby O Show.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to a brand new episode of the Libby O Show. I am so glad you're here, and I hope that you've had a great start to this new day in quarantine life. I know that this time has been very confusing for everybody, and I just want to say thank you for supporting and watching the show. It has lifted my spirits in ways that I could have never imagined, so thank you. I hope that my guests have given you a reason to escape a little bit and see the good in everyday life. And today's guest is going to do just that. Country artist Abby Anderson is here on the show, and I got to get together with her before social distancing rules were set into place. So thank you again to her team, to Abby, for setting this up and making this happen. I feel like so much of what we talked about is so timely with what we're going through. So I hope that you learned something new today and find a little bit of inspiration for your week. We talk about her new single, I'll Still Love You, which she just released an acoustic video for. So if you've not checked it out, go to YouTube right now, look it up, it's beautiful. We also talk about her tour with Rob Thomas, which was absolutely phenomenal. So that's also something that I was really excited to share with all of you. So without further ado, now to our show featuring Abby Anderson. Miss Abby Anderson, how are you?
I'm so good. The Libby O Show.
Libby O Show.
It's got a nice little ring to it. I'm so happy you got your own show now.
Thank you. It's so fun, and it's funny because my friends actually suggested that I add the O in between the Libby and the show.
Yeah.
And that was like a nickname for me growing up.
Libby O.
And so when I first heard it, I was like, I don't know. And the more I said it, it made sense.
It's perfect.
Thank you.
It's so great.
Well, I'm glad to have you here.
I'm happy to be here. Thanks for asking me.
Yes. Well, the last time that we hung out, I know you were about to go on tour with Rob Thomas.
Oh my gosh, you're right.
Yes.
Dang.
So tell me about it, because we didn't get to catch up about the road and everything.
It was awesome. Like, it was so, it was definitely different from any other country tour.
Yeah.
Because first of all, I don't want to be talking so
You're
loud.
great.
I don't want to be talking this thing. It's different from country tours, obviously, because country tours are Thursday through Sunday, and then you're home. And the Rob tour was like 2.5 months straight of just go. And it was amazing. I feel like my voice got a lot stronger. Yeah. It gets to the point of you're doing 4 or 5 shows a week where you don't even think about it anymore. It's just all right, showtime, and there's no just less jitters. It just feels more comfortable.
Yeah.
And Mr. Rob's the man. It's so funny because I'll text him. I have his phone number. I'm
look at Abby.
We text and stuff. We're pretty close now, But no, it's funny. I'll be in Publix or Walgreens, and now I hear him everywhere.
Isn't that crazy how that happens?
Yeah,
you just notice.
I didn't realize his music is everywhere.
Uh-huh.
It's everywhere. But he's such a great guy. I love him so much, and I'm so thankful for the experience he gave me of letting me open for him, because I learned so much.
What did you learn from him in specifics?
First of all, his wife is lovely, and so I really enjoyed. And they've been married for 22 years now, I think. And I've always been fascinated with relationships and how certain people make it work and what's unique about theirs. And so I really enjoyed listening to them and their story and how they make their marriage work, especially with Rob being a superstar and traveling and his wife Madi just being a part of his life and being supportive and him supporting her, and so I talked to them a lot about that. And then just a bunch of business stuff we don't need to get into, those tough decisions we all have to make. He's had to make a lot of them, so kind of picking his brain on how he made those certain decisions and it is awesome to get to know from like a legend like him.
And getting to tour with someone from a different genre, I'm sure, was really
For
great
sure.
too.
Oh, he gave me like a whole new fan base. Whole new listen.
world.
And what was really cool is like people would come up to me, and I don't know whether it's a compliment or not. I always took it as a compliment. But the listeners would come up to me after the show at the meet and greets and like, we never heard about you before, but we love you. And I'm like, thanks. Or like, we don't like country music, but we really enjoyed you. And I'm like, oh, great.
Awesome. I'll go tell the rest of country music
You're like,
that.
thank you. Yeah, they're like, they don't like you, they like me. No, I'm kidding. But
That's freaking hilarious, and I loved watching.
I was like, thank you.
Your
Okay.
Instagram posts. Like, you love your fans.
I do. But I love people.
Yeah.
You know, like you don't have to be a fan for me to love you. I don't know if like for my family,
Yeah.
like my sisters are very unimpressed with me, and I love the crap out of them. Like so, I'm a lover of people, and I'm just fascinated by people's lives, and that's what makes writing so much fun.
I'm sure.
You gotta stay
Yeah.
interested.
You do have to stay interested.
Yeah.
And I feel like you always have something to write about that you're
I always have
strongly
something
into.
to say.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
I mean, that flower song, Straddle sounds like, oh, some edge here. I love it.
Yes. Yeah, there's always, I mean, you don't have to ask me a question to know what I'm thinking, that's for sure.
Expressive.
Very expressive, always has something to say, and I always seem to have a strong opinion even if I don't know a whole lot about the subject. And I'm working on that. To be like, just like, hey, Abs, let's do some research and like, let's get educated about this before we share our opinion strongly.
Do you feel like that helps you relate to your fans? I'm sure, though, you're able to kind of create a conversation with somebody that you've never met before.
Maybe,
Loves your
or it
stuff.
might get me in trouble in the future. That's where I'm like, I'm not very. I don't know, honestly. I don't know. I definitely am good at having conversations with random strangers on the internet I've never met before. So
Take it from Abby on that.
there you go.
So I'm going to go off the fan question with talking about C2C. Really.
Yes.
What do
yes.
you love about connecting with your fans over in Europe? This is your second year that you get to go and perform.
and I'm so lucky because it's rare that they bring an artist back the second year in a row. So I'm really honored they would want me back, and I have so many followers on social media overseas, and like they feel like I just know them so well.
Yeah.
They share my music, and they've given me an even larger fan base because they tell their friends about me, and they're all jamming in the car, and they send me videos of them dancing and singing, and so I'm excited to hug their necks again because I just love them so much. But I love overseas. And maybe it's because like country artists don't go over there as often, so you just feel the appreciation they have for the time that you're there, and it makes you sure feel pretty special.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
And I'm sure the energy from the crowd is just a whole nother level.
It's amazing. Oh my gosh. I mean, I'd like to think that I bring good energy to the stage.
This girl has
like that.
the biggest
Thanks,
good vibe energy.
But you know,
so,
like on stage, I think part of an entertainer's, entertainment is the energy you bring on stage and setting the tone for what you want your audience to feel. Now in the UK, overseas, you feel it from them. And so I feel like my job there is feel their energy and just give it right back. Times 1,000. My heart is bursting, and I just want them to know and feel that.
And I'm sure you're going to be singing your brand new song, I'll Still Love You.
Yeah. For a couple, I think every night's going to be so different, so I'm probably going to switch up the set a little bit. I'm such an artist like that, where like whatever the crowd feels, like I'm just going to feel it out, very feely about it. So if I feel like playing it, absolutely, but of course, like I'm already getting requests from the UK fans overseas about like songs that aren't even released yet that they really want to hear, that they've just heard from like
They know the deep cuts.
Yeah. They're deep cuts that haven't even been cut yet.
So good. True fans.
I'm just gonna play a little bit of everything, but definitely that song. I love that song. It's got a good response. Thank you.
I mean,
Thank
everything
you.
about it. Like, okay, so what made you and Josh decide that you wanted to combine that acoustic feel with like the piano.
Oh, well, I'm a piano player. And so I told him, we gotta have piano in there, but I started writing it on guitar.
Okay.
So I was like, what would it sound like if it was just guitar in the beginning? Because I think it's such an intimate song.
Mm-hmm.
And I think sometimes, like, musically, the emotion needs to build with the actual emotion of the lyrics. And so, like, the first time I played it for my boyfriend, who it's definitely about him. Like,
yeah, of course.
Let's go. The first time I played it for him, it was just on guitar, in his room. And, like, it was just a really intimate moment for us. And I told Josh, like, I want it to stay there, until the chorus builds and I'm belting. I'm like, let's bring in the strings and the drums and everything.
You could do, I was listening to it and thinking, you could do different versions of that song.
You definitely, and we did. Libby O. We have another version coming. Very excited about it. I actually have no idea. All I know, we just filmed it this week. That was on Tuesday. Yeah. We filmed it this week, and it's just my piano version of it. It's a totally different interpretation of it. So I'm excited for people to hear that. We're just gonna milk this thing till people are sick of it.
Get the National Orchestra to do an orchestra version of it.
Yeah, let's just get them. Let's get them on the phone. That would be beautiful. Hey, that's a great idea.
And he really,
Ooh, all right.
Yeah.
See if I can make that happen.
About that. Very Cinderella-esque.
I love that.
Yeah. So I want to talk about the lyrics a little bit.
Yeah.
I love how it's written.
Thank
But
you.
I want to know, is there a love story that you've looked up to over the years that echoes the message of that song?
Yeah, my parents. Definitely my parents. I mean, they got divorced I think it's been 3 years now. 7 kids, 25 years of marriage, and they love the hell out of each other, even after their divorce, and I think the coolest thing for me to watch as a kid growing up was them fight, but also make up, and can't stand each other, but then I also saw them make out. You know what I mean? And it was so real. Their love is real. I didn't just see the good in their relationship, so I never had a unreasonable expectation for love. I saw how difficult it can be, but they make it through because they choose to. And yeah, they split up, but they still have immense respect for each other. And that's something granted, I really hope I don't get divorced. I want to love somebody for the rest of my life. But the love and respect they have for each other is, I admire it. They're true partners. True partners.
Well, that song is 100% a message that talks about all sides of love.
Yeah.
Which I think what people need to hear these days is it's not just one way.
Especially with social media. Libby, I do this all the time. I have a great relationship. My boyfriend is freaking Superman. He treats me like a queen.
He does treat you like a queen.
He does.
Y'all are adorable.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah. He's so handsome. It kills me. But I'll find myself on social media comparing my relationship to my big sister. We're so different. Our relationships are so different, but I think a lot of people do that. They have more fun than us. Look what he's doing for her. Well, I'm over here. My man got me a bouquet of roses for Valentine's Day and all the Diet Cokes that I could want in the world. Oh gosh, I gotta stop, but I can't.
It's hard though.
It's so hard though.
How about that one thing we just need to stay in tune with? And if it's Diet Coke, it's Diet Coke.
Sometimes I just need it. I just do. It's nooch. It's nutrition. I call it the nooch.
I need it.
It's the nooch.
I just drink a Diet Coke and get something hot and spicy, and we are good to go.
God's medicine. It's all natural.
Yeah.
Anyways.
We could go. That's a whole nother love affair.
No, but I think comparison's an ugly game, and I just feel like this song puts things into perspective too. It's not all butterflies all the time, but it can be if you want it to be and you choose it to be. If there's one wish I have for every girl in the world, is to know the kind of love that I do. Every girl deserves to be treated with the utmost respect and be treated the way I get to be treated. And I feel really thankful for that.
Is that something that you would say keeps you grounded, just amidst, being on social media and, that's the one thing that's really real to you, that you go back to when you're feeling like things are a little crazy or overwhelmed or?
That's a great question because, and I've talked to my boyfriend Tyler about this too, like, I think 2 years ago, I found my grounding in affirmation from others. And that is a dangerous game to play. Like, it doesn't matter if I'm feeling gross, okay, about myself, I have those days. It doesn't, my boyfriend or my dad or my mom could tell me I'm the most beautiful girl in the world. I won't believe it for a second if I'm not feeling it. And so I realized, like, my confidence and my grounding comes from my relationship with God. And, like, knowing that I'm a daughter of God and that because of that I'm literal royalty. I'm a queen because I'm his daughter. I'm a literal princess.
And
queen,
when
princess, whatever.
When you're not feeling good, like,
that's
he
okay.
provides. Like, I know for me, he's provided that extra strength in times where, like, I thought, oh, I about to have to go do this. Like, I gotta put a smile on, and it's like in that moment, he gives
putting
me
a smile on. Woo! That's a whole other podcast, sister. Man, no, I feel that, like, literally just the fact I realized even after a show, like, that's the biggest thing I learned on the Rob Thomas tour was after a show, you literally feel high. I can't explain it. It's like the energy you get from the crowd. People literally cheering for you, applauding you, and, like, giving you all the attention in the world, right? It's not real. It's just not. You don't get that every single day. It's like the most affirmation you can get in 30 minutes. And it's overwhelming to a point of, like, after a show, I would just get high and, like, look for a way to ground myself because it was just, like, not natural to feel that elevated. It's like wasn't real. I don't know how to explain it.
You know, now that you say
like
that,
I couldn't sleep.
I was watching. I can't even remember what I was watching, but I remember hearing. Oh, it was the Justin Bieber documentary on Netflix, and one of the guys that he works with was talking about how, like, you cap out on the amount of like high positive emotion that you can actually handle.
Oh, absolutely.
So then when you surpass that, it's just kind of hard to go there. So it's like all about keeping that balance of, like,
you gotta stay, like,
feeling it all, you know?
Yep. And I think, and you're such a creative person too, I think you can understand, like, in the artist world, we feel everything. We're just emotional
all the time. Tears come from everywhere.
But seriously though, and, like, I would end a show, I would have a great show, and, like, feel so high and then get so low so fast. And I couldn't understand why. And I've had a lot of help to, like, help me understand, like, how do you stay level when you're such a roller coaster physically. Like, when your careers, maybe you will get a tour, and so you feel great from that. You get affirmation from your single doing well, and then you won't get a tour, and then you feel like shit. And I got crap. You feel like crap. Yeah. And it's very, it's all like, oh, crap. You feel like crap for a while, and then you have all this doubt come up. And for me, it was learning about how do you stay level, how do you stay in the middle, and not let the career stuff get you up or down. Because I think it's just as so dangerous as it is to feel really, really down, it's just as dangerous to feel super, super high. And so I think that's different from feeling happy and sad. Feeling sad and angry is a beautiful thing. That's, like, the emotion for change. You gotta get mad to change your situation sometimes. And sometimes you just need a good cry.
Because it's telling you something.
Because it's telling you, it's, like, literally a physical release, you know?
Yeah.
And feeling happy is important. I feel mostly positive every day, but I think, like, through all the emotion, there's so much joy in, like, all the emotions God's given us.
And I think we had talked about this before, joy being a combination of, you know, even if your situation isn't going the way that you want it, you still have
this underlying peace.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like if you're on the right path, and I've had those moments of just not feeling peaceful. Yeah. And those are moments where I realize, like, okay, I need to change directions here. I'm not at peace because I'm not following my gut, you know. So let's follow the gut again, and I'm really thankful for, like, being way more in tune with that.
And I feel like I'll Still Love You still has a little bit of a message that you could say to yourself.
Oh, 100%.
You could say, like, even in those times where you don't play your best or don't.
Girl, we're on our period this week, and I know it's tough out there, but we still love us, right?
We do.
It's gonna be okay.
We're just gonna get some chocolate, get some Diet Coke, say a little prayer, shed a little tear,
exactly,
and then we'll be to the earth.
We still love us. It's all good.
I love that. Snaps.
Yay.
Can we get an amen, please, too, from the audience? So how do you work through creative blocks?
Ooh.
How do you? Because I get really hard on myself when I'm burned out and can't operate at my highest creative potential, which is, not realistic.
Think for me, like, I don't know that I've experienced like a creative block. I just will have some days where I'm like, I can't write today. Yeah. So I guess that is a creative block. I think it's more of it's not about like getting through it. It's about letting yourself not be creative for a second. Because we can't create all the time.
You gotta live.
Sometimes you gotta watch trash TV and like sit on your butt and do nothing and like chill for a second. Let your brain not work so it feels rested and can work again.
I agree.
You know what I mean? So I think like creative blocks are healthy. I don't even look at them as blocks. They're like resting periods. And like let yourself rest. You gotta chill every now and then. It's like impossible to be on all the time.
So like when you're on stage,
yeah,
how do you zone in? What gets you in the groove to dance to your own music and really like connect with fans? Like what happens there?
I'm actually like, I make sure get super calm before performance. So like I don't drink a lot of caffeine in general, but especially before a show, I think it's like a lot. I see a lot of artists reaching for the Red Bull or the 5-hour energy, and I've noticed like I like to feel calm. Because the energy on stage is usually a lot that as soon as I get out there, I'm great. But yeah, I usually just like hide in a bathroom somewhere for like 10 minutes, say my prayer, and I like to visualize what color I want to give the crowd. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I'm getting real hippie right now.
Hey, I'm all about doing whatever works.
Yeah,
you know
I'll visualize myself on stage and just visualize like what do I want people to feel from this performance. And sometimes it's a color of yellow. I see brightness, joy, and fun. And sometimes it's a color of purple, which is like peace and like royalty and from divine. And so
your shirt right now is like reflecting that. It's
it's a little bit all over the
60s.
place. Yeah, girl, can you tell I've been going to therapy a lot? I feel like I've been pulling out all the hippie stuff right now. But it's been so good.
The Palo Santo, do you use Palo Santo?
No.
Oh, it smells real good.
The Palo Santo.
Yeah, you can get it on Amazon. Like, me and my friends use it. It just smells like sage.
Ooh, okay.
It's real calming. It calms me down when I
that.
to like
just
recenter myself.
You just nailed it. That word, recenter. Don't we all need that? So that's exactly what I do before stage. I call it centering. Making sure I know my purpose, that it's not about me. It's about spreading joy.
Remembering to breathe.
Yeah.
Need air.
You need air. Yeah. So just a good old prayer does it every time.
It's the Libby O Show. The Libby O Show. It's the Libby O Show. It's the Libby O Show.